A big story this week is going to be how markets respond to President Trump's tariffs. And over the weekend, his senior team did continue to defend the actions. As we go live to Scripps News National Correspondent Joe St. George in Washington, D.C. What is our president saying about the week ahead, Joe?
Right, a lot of people are busy on Saturday and Sunday. We get caught up with the news, right? On Monday morning, we'll tell you what happened and what didn't happen over the weekend with this major economic story. It's the biggest economic story on planet Earth this Monday morning. Well, the news with it is, I think, what didn't happen over the weekend. You know, going into Liberation Day last week, all these new tariffs, there was this sense among many really, investors and economists, lawmakers, even on Capitol Hill, where I'm at this morning, that the president would announce these tariffs, there'd be some economic turmoil, and then there would be an announcement, maybe new deals or negotiations with foreign leaders, and that everything would be quickly somewhat reversed. Well, that wasn't the case. In fact, the opposite happened. President Trump's economic team doubled down over the weekend, saying this is about reshifting the global economy, that these tariffs won't be going away anytime soon. China hit back with tariffs of their own overnight on Air Force One late last night. President Trump said that this is a little bit like taking the medicine as when you're sick, that sometimes there's side effects, but overall you need the medicine to improve the overall economic health of the country. President Trump thinks the U.S. will be able to raise $1 trillion in short order because of all of these tariffs. The good, bad, and ugly with this story, just look at the markets this morning, pick up a copy of the Wall Street Journal. Hong Kong had their worst trading day overnight since 1997. The futures are down this morning, and this impacts retirees, people close to retirement in southern Colorado. Maybe you have a number in mind. You don't want to see this so close to possibly the beginning of your retirement. If there's any good with this story, right? We always try to sprinkle in a little bit of good with our coverage. I was looking at the crude oil numbers, futures, trading at some of the lowest numbers we've seen in years. In theory, that should result in lower gas prices as we enter the busy summer travel period ahead. Additionally, more economic forecasters are predicting lower interest rates this year, more interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve. The thinking here, I guess you could call it good news, is that if there's an economic downturn, a slowdown of the economy, the Fed will need to step in with a jolt to lower interest rates, and that could impact people trying to buy a house in southern Colorado. So a lot to watch for on this Monday regarding the story that's not going anywhere, tariffs.